tide looks low. Yes. Turkey cut off the river. Salam alaikum and welcome to Iraq. After nearly a month in Jordan, I got a 14-hour SUV across the desert to Baghdad. Tilly has not come out for the trip, understandably. And today our adventure has taken us outside of Baghdad to the ancient city of Babylon. So come and join me for the day. Salam.
My name is Sabah.
Eddie.
Yes.
Pleasure.
Hi.
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. Where are you from?
England.
Oh, good.
From London.
I know. It was eyes green.
Green eyes, does that mean you're from London?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Blue for German. The first time you visiting here?
Yes. First time in Iraq. It is very nice.
What you very nice. Ishtar Gate. This is the building in 1958. Model of original Ishtar Gate. The built by King Nebuchadnezzar II, 600 BC.
And but this is
A
new one.
Face, yes.
The real one is in Germany, right?
Yes,
they take it.
Take it in 1999
In museum in Berlin.
in Bergamo Museum, yes.
Why did they take it?
Occupation Iraq for 100 years.
Right.
German friend gift. Dragon.
Dragon.
Fish.
Fish.
Snake.
Snake.
Scorpion.
Scorpion, okay.
Eagle.
It's a mix of animals.
Yes. Lion.
Wow.
A blue for happiness.
Oh, it's very nice.
Yes.
So the ancient city of Babylon was founded over 4,000 years ago on the banks of the Euphrates River, and its unique location gave it access to all the ancient trade routes. And under King Hammurabi,
Under 20 meter under Hammurabi.
yes, under King Hammurabi it rose to be the biggest city in the world with a population of over 200,000 people.
This original.
So you saw the replica of the Ishtar Gate, the blue thing that I entered when I came in here. This is where the old gate used to be. So thousands of years ago, spices from India, silk from China, precious metals from Africa would all run through this city as it became a massive, wealthy trading hub. Well, I finally managed to shake off the guide they insisted I had. To be honest, I think he just had to unlock the doors for me to see that bit where the old gate used to be, and now I'm on my own. And when I mean on my own, I mean I am so on my own, it's unbelievable. Like, not only is there not a single other tourist here, there's not even another human being. Just strolling down the streets of Babylon on my wands. Strange life, isn't it? Strange, strange life. Babylon was very prosperous under King Hammurabi and became the capital of the Neo-Babylonian Empire. What made the city so unique is a set of laws called Hammurabi's Code. These were 282 rules written on tall pillars of stone and clay tablets that kept peace throughout the city. And it was basically the first legal system ever devised on planet Earth that applied the principle of eye for an eye, which is what most modern day legal systems are based on. It's quite amazing here. Very atmospheric, if not a little eerie. King Hammurabi also put a big focus on education, which was very unique for that time. And women and men, all Babylonians, were encouraged to study at the many libraries and schools built across Babylon. And this also encouraged scholars and scientists from around the world. Wow, look at this. Scientists and scholars and astronomers from around the world to come to Babylon to debate different ideas about the stars and science, and some of the most important Islamic discoveries and contributions to science of that age occurred right here in Babylon. Maybe right there in one of these brick house things. Following the death of Hammurabi, his sons were sadly not up to the task of running the city of Babylon. Having squabbled amongst themselves to make things better and kind of fight for power, eventually a series of attacks from the Kassites meant that the city fell in 1595 BC. And so ended the golden era of Babylon. Following the ancient city's fall from power after King Hammurabi's death, it was invaded a long time after by the king of Persia, who took it off the Kassites. And then even later on in history, in 365 BC, Alexander the Great invaded. And he liked the city so much, and it was in such a good strategic location for his empire, that he actually wanted to make it his capital until his untimely death here at the age of 32. So Alexander the Great actually died within the city of Babylon in very mysterious circumstances that no one really understands. But yeah, this was his final resting place. Another amazing thing about this place is that it only became a protected UNESCO area, I think, in 2019. So before then, like, anyone could just come in here. It was basically just a free-for-all went on, and there's, yeah, remains of, if you look at this, okay, not that, but this, stuff like this is remains of pottery literally from thousands of years ago that's just here on the floor for anyone to take. And apparently when it rains, you find old coins, you find all manner of historical items. Of course, we couldn't come to Babylon and not mention the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, which was an incredible tiered garden that was destroyed by an earthquake. But the remains, or the site where supposedly it was, I don't think anyone knows for sure, is somewhere here. Okay, so I can confirm from Google Maps and a quick search that this is apparently the building or the site where the Hanging Gardens used to be. Now let me just also say that no one actually knows for sure, and there's no clear evidence supporting this, but this is where the local Iraqis believe it was. Which was declared one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. We'll have to take their word for that, I guess. Somewhere around here it must be. So if this isn't it, I've probably walked over it at some point, or I will. This mound here looks awfully like the other photos I've seen online of where the gardens supposedly were, so could be this as well. Covering all bases just in case, you know. It's a nice hill, some nice green bushes on it. Lovely. I know you guys must be thinking, Eddie, if the ancient city of Babylon is ruins, then why does it look so perfect and built? And that's because Saddam Hussein, whose palace, I'm sure you've noticed in some of the shots so far, looms ominously over this whole area, rebuilt on top of the old bricks. You can actually see he put his name in the new bricks. And basically, yeah, was attempting to rebuild the city before the war in 2003. Much to archaeologists and UNESCO's despair, because to build on top of an ancient thing with new bricks is, you know, obviously not in line with how they think things should be done. But obviously Saddam did what he wanted, and yeah, so was rebuilding this whole city. Also had a plan to have a cable car over the top, was basically going to turn it into some kind of new Babylon, but then obviously that all didn't come to pass. For those who can't read Arabic, that says Saddam Hussein. And yeah, going back to his palace, which looms over this whole place, I think it's time to head up there and see if we can get inside. I've read online you can get inside, but you never know for sure. I mean, it's Iraq after all, isn't it? They've only been allowed tourists in this country for the last year, having been shut for the previous 40. So here it is, right there. I mean, you might notice the insane amount of barbed wire and stuff in general in Iraq. I mean, when I was driving across the desert, I saw countless barbed wire, destroyed buildings, blown up cars, tons of military checkpoints, military bunkers. Yeah, the remnants of the war are still very much here. Well, that kind of scared me. Here on the edge of the walls you can see a lot better kind of the old brick, newer brick. And yeah, you can see very clearly where Saddam built on a World Heritage Site. I think I found the way to Saddam's palace, castle. Not sure, we'll find out. But before that, apparently the Tower of Babylon, or whatever remains of it, is in this direction. A very nice German man just told me. Another tourist, finally. Finally I've bumped into another tourist. This is where the tower used to be, apparently. You can see down here the what used to be the moat. It's all dried out now. And yeah, there's nothing there. The tower was obviously destroyed either by the same earthquake that took the Hanging Gardens, or multiple invasions of the city, or who knows what. The Americans also, when they obviously occupied Iraq a lot more recently, apparently were just driving tanks all over the ancient city and destroyed what little was left of it. It's very sad what's happened here, because the Iraqi people, for all I can tell in my short time here so far, are very nice. Like most people in the Middle East, very friendly, very welcoming, very hospitable. And yeah, it's a sad history. How do I get to the palace? The palace?
Saddam Hussein?
How do I get there?
This way?
Yes.
Yes.
You walk this way.
This Basyara?
Basyara?
Eh?
Basyara is car?
Yes. This balance, this garage.
Yeah, then to the garage, yes.
Garage Najaf, Karbala, Baghdad.
Baghdad.
Okay.
Shukran. Thank you. Right, so we're heading to the palace now. Goodbye, city of Babylon. This guy's going to take me to the palace and then to the garage where it's called a garage. It's basically like a bus station here in Iraq, where you get a communal bus, like the one I got out here, like a microbus. It's basically like a shared taxi. Back to Baghdad. So that works fine with me. Salam.
Welcome Babylon.
Thank you, it's very nice here.
This Espana, Almania, France.
Inglesi. Britannia.
Yes.
Britannia.
Welcome Babylon.
Thank you. What is your name?
Ahmed.
Ahmed. Nice to meet you.
Yes. Welcome Babylon.
We're just waiting to be given clearance to enter.
Yes. هاي قلبي. شلونك روح.
Shukran. Ma salama. Yeah, so because Iraq is not used to having tourists, they are very careful. And like when I say I'll get in the SUV across the desert and I kept being stopped at checkpoints, it's not because they don't trust you, it's because they want to make sure you're safe and monitor you and make sure you know what you're doing and where you're going. Because like I said, Iraq was closed to tourists for 40 years and has only been open for the last year, so this is all very new to the police, the army, everyone. Wow.
This is Farat. Sweater.
It is beautiful.
Yes.
And that is the river Euphrates. Farat. So Euphrates is actually pronounced Farat here in Iraq, which I've never heard before. So yeah, there we are. Salam.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful, very beautiful.
Very beautiful.
Yeah, the view of Babylon from up here is incredible, and that's why Saddam wanted his palace here.
This line Babylon.
This Babylon, yes. I was just there. It's very beautiful.
Banas Nebuchadnezzar. This new Saddam Hussein. This old Nebuchadnezzar.
Yes. So yes, he actually built the hill here so he could see the whole area, and then built the palace on top of that. Started rebuilding the city, and yeah, it's an amazing view for sure.
This is Saddam Hussein.
Sadha, in Arabic, this is Sadha.
Yes.
Saddam Hussein, right. It's like his initials engraved into the walls. So obviously, since he was deposed and captured by the Americans, this whole place was stripped bare, so now it's just kind of, yeah, clearly an absolute free-for-all.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Saddam Hussein.
Wow. So you stand up there and then the...
Yes. Saddam Hussein.
Wow.
This goes Farad.
Even though Saddam barely ever came here, because obviously he was all over Iraq, all over the Middle East, they had to have 3 4-course meals prepared for him every single day, just in case he arrived to eat them. And obviously day after day he didn't arrive, he was here very little. And they were just, yeah, bin it all, or probably eat as much of it as they could themselves. You can see that there's a shit ton of barbed wire in there. This man is very nice as well. Cab driver slash tour guide. Friendly chap. Just want to see if I can get up the stairs. Ah, so the stairs are blocked. Creepy here. The intricacy of some of these like ceiling and roof designs is incredible. I wonder how much this cost to build.
This is Saddam Hussein waiter.
Swimming pool. Swimming pool,
Yes,
okay. So this is like the garden, and this was Saddam Hussein's swimming pool. Wow. This is amazing. I'm quite blown away by this, to be honest. More so than the city of Babylon. This is, don't know, maybe it's because as a kid the first kind of, yeah, I guess war I ever remember was the Iraq war involving Saddam Hussein, you know. England's involvement, for better or for worse, probably for worse, definitely for worse. It's just, being here is quite, yeah, powerful. Right, I better go. I want to get back to Baghdad before it gets dark. We go?
Okay.
Yalla. Goodbye, Palace of Saddam. Hi guys, nice to meet you. Ma salama. Ma salama. Yeah, in that car just there was the German tourist I was talking about. Shukran. It is amazing in there. It's amazing. Ah, the noise is gone.
Yes, this jaras. Jaras.
Bing, bing. Because in Middle East, nobody wears.
This Iraq حزام ماكو.
Yes, nobody wears seatbelts. It's the same in all of Middle
Yes.
East. And nobody wear a helmet on motorbike. So no helmet as well.
Yes.
It is crazy. Salam.
This is Babylon Jumajma.
Babylon Jumajma.
Jumajma.
So is that like New Babylon?
Yes, yes.
New Babylon,
Yes,
okay.
yes. This is new
Hello?
Saddam Hussein.
The new Saddam Hussein.
Saddam Hussein, yes. This balance. This is balance. This is balance. This is balance.
Oh.
Saddam Hussein.
So he was building another palace
Yes.
here.
Yes, but
He wanted to build another palace
yes,
on top of this hill.
yes.
Why he need a palace there and a palace there if they are so close?
This is balance. Yes.
Why two palaces so close together?
This is Saddam Hussein. Hammurabi, Nebuchadnezzar, Iskandar Makdoni,
Yes.
Saddam Hussein.
Ah, okay. So
Yeah.
he wanted to be respected
This is-
like
this-
Hammurabi and Nasser.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Thank you, my friend. Nice to meet you. All the best. Woo. Salam. Yeah, I need to go to Baghdad. Karada.
بس كيات تفوت هناك وتصعد الكرادة
No Arabic.
من هناك تصعد سيارة من هناك ماكو سيارة واحدة
Baghdad. I need to go. I need to go to Baghdad.
تاكسي
No, bus.
تروح الكرادة
In there. Okay, shukran.
تعال
Shukran.
الكرادة
Shukran. Thank you.
5000 دينار
Okay, thank you.
دول حقوق
Baghdad. I have literally no idea what anyone's saying. Alright, let's see if I can find a bus to Baghdad.
قريب رعد
Actually, first I need a drink.
رعد
Salam, do you have a drink? Like, could I have
شنو؟
a drink?
تعال شنو؟
Just like
هذا شنو حاطه بيدك تسويها؟
Sure. This. To escape the madness of this bus stop, I've just jumped in a taxi. What is your name?
نوار
Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you
So I'm just gonna get a taxi back. It's more expensive, but get out of here. We go? Yalla?
خال بريطانيا
Britannia. You're Britannia.
Britannia.
Okay. No idea what he's saying. Fireball! So I just got stopped by the police again. Not stopped. This guy walking off here, I don't know if you can see him. Comes up to the window, just wants to see my passport, have a chat, make sure I'm alright. Yeah, had a thorough look through my passport, took a photo of it. They all do this. They're just confused. And I thought I was buying a taxi to Baghdad, and now I'm sitting here, and my driver is now trying to round up more people to get in the taxi with me. I guess we can make more money on the trip. Right, so after one of the most horrible cab journeys of my entire life, not only are there no street lights between, my main camera ran out of battery there, and I was then walking past a load of police and army, so I couldn't film. As I was saying, my cab driver, there were no street lights between Babylon and Baghdad, and his headlights weren't working. So like, he was literally going at 140 kilometers an hour, just into like pitch black, using, I don't know, like Jedi powers to guide him. It was an absolutely terrifying experience. And then when we finally got to Baghdad, like, there were street lights at last, like there are here. I was like, great, we're out of the woods, perfect. And then he tries to undertake 2 trucks at once. I don't know what happened, his tyre slipped or something. We went off the road, nearly hit a tree, like, God, so now I'm a bit, don't know, yeah, stressed out. And on top of that, he said he would take me to Karada, where I live. And when we got to the Karada turning, he was like, right, you need to give me another 10,000 if you want to go to Karada. So I was like, I'm not fucking paying you any more money. Got out and now I'm just walking home. Walking home along the main road of Baghdad. It says on my phone it'll take hour and 45 and I've been walking for about, I don't know, half an hour already, so here's what it is, a nice nighttime stroll through Baghdad to end the day. It was an amazing day today, my favorite day in Iraq so far. I think Saddam Hussein's palace especially was just a very surreal and quite amazing experience. I'm gonna end the video now. Second time trying. So I'll see you next week with another video from Iraq. Ma salama.